Welcome back to my channel one more time. This video is something so interesting. It's going to be an amazing video. I'm gonna be sharing with you a perspective that you probably never heard from anybody else, and this is going to be the first time you're hearing from me. But before I tell you or talk about that perspective, I want to talk something else first. You have probably noticed this is what happened. She was hired, Sarah, alumna, from the Sony Picture, alumna, and the reason I'm mentioning this is because this hire, Prince Harry, Meghan Markle, they hired her to be the media head, was done in secret. So we have seen Prince Harry has a habit of keeping things absolutely secret as possible. We have seen him not mentioning anything to the public when he was filing to the Met Police. If you remember, he wanted to go to London, and then he said, oh, this happened, that happened, and then he said, keep everything private, keep it secret, don't tell everybody. But the court then said, no, we are gonna reveal to the public. So he was caught. Prince Harry was caught because, again, he wanted to keep something very secretive, very private, but he could not. So this hire was also very secretive. Nobody knew anything about this. She was hired last year in September 2021 to make sure that the Archwell Foundation is doing good. And this shows few things. Before I tell you my perspective that I promised you about Meghan Markle, interesting perspective. So before I do that, I want to tell you this. So this hire was done in secret, and number one thing it shows is that Prince Harry, Meghan Markle, they acknowledged by hiring somebody like her, Sarah Taylor, who used to be one of the really top person in Sony Entertainment, in Sony Media. It shows that Prince Harry, Meghan Markle, they acknowledged that they need to improve their image. I talked about the ranking all the time, and I told you guys, Prince Harry, Meghan Markle, they're both sitting at negative when it comes to popularity. It means they're not popular. Okay, they're not popular. They are not being liked by many people. Number two thing that it shows when we are now hearing this news that she was hired secretly is that Meghan Markle, Prince Harry, they spread too thin about what they were doing. So they wanted to do this, and then they came out with another thing, then this thing, that thing. Netflix, Spotify, becoming the chief executive officer for the impact officer, I should say. So all of these things, Meghan Markle, Prince Harry, and then the bench, the book, they were spreading too thin. As a result, they found themselves to be not liked by companies, especially by Netflix, Spotify. They have not created any content for a long time, and they're struggling with this content. And number three thing that is telling us about this hire is that Prince Harry, Meghan Markle, they're indeed not getting enough traffic. And I mentioned this in my other video, you can watch that. For Prince Harry, Meghan Markle, for the marriage, okay, and I will say this all the time, for the marriage to work, they must have a continuous stream of income. And Archwell Foundation, the website, is the lifeline, guys. If that website is not getting traffic, that means it's the end of their cash, and then they are going to probably wake up and face the harsh reality because they are still living in a celebrity life, in that kind of style. So let's talk about that perspective. So we know Samantha Marco. Let's see what she has to say. So we all actually know Samantha Marco. She said about Meghan Markle that you lied to the public about your upbringing, and she said you were not poor, really. You were well fed, you were well taken care of, and the way you portrayed your life, your childhood life, during the Oprah Winfrey interview is not correct. They're a bunch of lies. But the point here is that Samantha Marco did catch Meghan Markle lying about her lifestyle when she was a child. So a lot of people said, you know what, no, Samantha Marco, she is making a mistake. She doesn't know. All she wants is some attention. She's now on a wheelchair. She doesn't have anything else to do. So this and that, a lot of accusations, right? But now we know that Meghan Markle actually also not only lied about her childhood upbringing, that she was, struggling financially, and all of these lies, but we now know during the Oprah Winfrey interview, same interview, she lied about her passport, and she said, I had to turn over my passport, means I had no other option but to give my passport. When we now know, there are some report sources saying that, look, that was not the case. She actually traveled to many countries. So how can somebody travel to, I think, 13 countries without a passport? The perspective that I want to share with you guys is that Meghan Markle is a serial liar. Okay, Samantha Marco, whatever she said, if you don't believe her, then look at the passport story that was also made up. So one story after another is being exposed. Meghan Markle has been exposed, everything she said pretty much. And the accusation she brought up about the British monarch, that they question Archie's skin color, is not backed up by any evidence. In other words, we can also say that accusation was also a make-up story, and it was a lie. Why? Because if a person is lying about 10 different things, it is not wise for anybody to believe what the person will say next. So everything Meghan Markle is saying now, we need to fact check. We need to have evidence. Unfortunately, Oprah Winfrey did not feel that way, and this is why she is also tanking in her popularity, because she just believed everything Meghan Markle said. I mean, this is the impression we all get, right? Oprah Winfrey, she did not follow up with Meghan Markle. She did not post anything. Instead, she actually teamed up with Meghan Markle, promoted her products and whatnot. And so when we now are being able to find out what is happening, or what happened as time is progressing, so in the future we'll see a lot of other lies and Meghan Markle being exposed, and her nightmare is going to come true. It is just like it is coming true at the moment as we speak. So Samantha Markle, if you don't believe her story when she said Meghan Markle was provided and well taken care of, then look at her passport story. Ask this question: what happened about the racism claim? Who witnessed it? Who did you talk to? Who was the one who said anything about the skin color of Archie, right? So you have to ask those questions to find out, and then you will easily be convinced that Meghan Markle is not a person who can be trusted, and that she is going to be exposed like she is now, and also in the future she will continue to be exposed by many other people. Thank you guys for tuning in. This was my perspective about the whole situation. I will come up with more updates, more videos. New here, consider subscribing. If you're not a member, you can join membership for this channel and help us to create more content, bring you more reports, and we have to go to sources that are not publicly available, so you get the picture. So we have to do a lot of work, but again, that's up to you. If you feel like you can contribute, please do so. I'll see you in the next video. Have a wonderful day.